scouted when he came out of Boston College. Number 1 draft pick of this team 7 years ago. Meanwhile, that pass is caught.
You know, he and Christian McCaffrey, Jahmyr Gibbs, the best that there is.
Check it over to Robinson. There he is, down the sideline. He goes. Hand the ball off, and into the end zone goes Sean Tucker.
That's not even fair.
No, it's 6. Cousins over the middle, wide open, and there into the end zone goes Kyle Pitts for the touchdown. To try to secure the division title and a home game in the playoffs. Pass here is caught and taken for close to a first down. And 10 carries, 63 yards. Cousins open. He's got Pitts. Cuts to the inside, gets taken down inside. 5 targets, 5 catches, 93 yards. Cousins going that way again. He's got it. Touchdown.
Flat, on a flat line. And there's a look into the eyes of Kirk Cousins, trying to keep that safety in the middle of the field.
Second down and goal. 4-man rush, pass, caught, touchdown. Devin. Deep drop, pass is caught, tackle avoided. Look at Robinson go all the way to the 44. 8 catches for him this year coming into the game, 2 for touchdowns. That pass is low. The whole offense is Robinson and Pitts. And that ball is loose. And the Bucs, for the moment, will have it. Jacob Parrish in the end zone once tonight. Here's the pass. Hold in. Chris Godwin for the touchdown. White is the running back. Stays in the block. Flares out. Pass into the end zone. And that's Godwin again. All 8 put Robinson out wide. Come over here. This is Robinson. Algier is the running back. Pitts goes in motion to the right side. 3rd and 2. Looking that way, throwing that way. Pitts makes the catch. And Pitts is out of bounds at the 25. Right now he has 135 yards on 8 catches, does Pitts. Fake. Pass caught inside the 10. On the ground. To the outside. Into the end zone. Brian Robinson Bijan Robinson for the touchdown. So Robinson puts it in, and all of a sudden, a 14-point game is on the cusp of going to 7.
Good for this Atlanta team. You know, last week they were eliminated from the playoffs, and we were talking to them this week. But you know, what's the fight like in this team? What's do they still want to go out and compete? We've seen that on display this entire game. Good job of setting the edge there, and good vision.
The other night.
Sure did.
Ooh, 2nd and 10. Pass to the outside is going to be picked off by D. Alford.
He's playing zone. He's just reading the eyes, and he fools Baker Mayfield. I think Bake thought he was going to stay on the slot receiver and go vertical, which would have freed up another matchup against Kobe Bryant.
Robinson back and forth. Over the middle. Catch made. Long way to go. But first, a huge 3rd and goal. Robinson in motion. Cousins goes the other way. Pitts. Can he handle it? They say touchdown. Pitts to the right, coming out of the slot. Cousins down the sideline. Caught. Mooney comes inside. Cousins sacked. Back at the 39-yard line. Sack it does. Now it starts again. Cousins fires along the sideline. Oh.
10-yard penalty.
On top of it. Pressure up the middle. Pass is for a first. Cousins underneath. Going to pick up a few yards here. Pitts to get to the 43. Cousins throws, reaching in all likelihood.
Now watch how this route works. Kind of at this point, he knows exactly, just got right to the sticks and then goes up.
Mooney. First down. On the ground. They spike it here. So it comes down to this. And the kick is just inside the left upright. And there's a little celebrating going on in Charlotte, North Carolina right now.
Third down and goal. Floated. Robinson, touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan comes up the field. He works across against that zone look. Cousins has to hang in the pocket. Byron Young was barreling down on him. Spot for a number of years, but McClendon has been awfully good.
Throws picked off. Intercepted by Bates. It was high for Mumfield. Bates. Pick six.
But here they are with a 14-0 lead.
That was a 61-yard punt. Here is a shot downfield. Flags on the play. The ball is intercepted by Xavier Watts. But let's see who the call is against.
It might be against Caden Ellis. He ran with him, and he might have been the guy who made contact.
I think they may be calling offensive pass interference.
The first down, Atlanta.
You see the right hand and the right arm extended. And Watts with a brilliant interception. The rookie third-round pick from Notre Dame. That's his fourth. And how about Caden Ellis?
Caden Ellis was running from the line underneath Smith. I mean, this tells you what he can do. He's not supposed to be that fast, but boy, he had a little bit of an angle, and he's just running with him. And Watts, he shows you the range that he has. That's the young rookie draft, and he's a promising player.
Here's Robinson, right side. Nice cutback. He's gone. Can anybody catch him?
Not tonight.
McCreary chasing. Won't get there. Touchdown, Atlanta. 93 yards. Yeah, an Atlanta Falcons record. 93-yard run for the touchdown the first half. Breaks a tackle, and there he goes. Down inside the 41 tonight. Jared Verse couldn't bring him down, and then Bijan took care of the rest.
That's pretty good. There's not a lot of backs in this league that make defenders look that silly.
And good ones. Jared Verse is a Pro Bowl.
Bye week is going to need it, and they will have earned it.
Stafford's got a man. He's got a touchdown, the rookie Ferguson. And will try from 37. Blocked. And that was big Jared Verse. He's gone. He waved to the Falcons bench on his way for the touchdown. Rams are back in it, to say the least.
They sure are. That's exactly what they need.
Rams are back in the red zone. They're 0 for 2 in the red zone, trying to score touchdowns. How about Nacua? He says, not anymore. Touchdown, Rams. You have to think one's coming after this play. Robinson. First down plus. Got a good block from Tyler Algier. He got it. Split the uprights. And the Falcons back on top by 3 with 21 seconds left. They don't, because that looks like a catch.
I think this is a better look at it.
That's incredible. That's a one-handed, left-handed
catch. That's a catch. Both feet were in bounds. That's a catch.
He definitely gets both feet down as long as he maintains control of that ball through contact with the ground. That's a catch.
And A.J. Terrell, I mean, he had his hand in there. I'm not sure how Puka's even making this play, but that's a catch. That's amazing.
That's going to give the Rams a chance.
It really seems like these two have been in a very, very tight path together. Toss play, Jonathan Taylor, and he picks up about 4. Taylor is the back. Jonathan Taylor ducking inside. He is in. A touchdown for Indianapolis, and he is tied. that RPO action, and Jonathan Taylor busts it into Atlanta territory and drags multiple defenders down inside the 40. Low output last week against Pittsburgh's tough defense. Now Jones takes a shot into double coverage, end zone, Warren, the rookie. Beg your pardon, it's Pierce leaping for the touchdown.
And he's their big playmaker when
It has been a little lower this year. Penix floats it. London reaches out and holds it in. Touchdown, Drake London. The red zone machine strikes again.
3 last week.
We'll bring an extra body again. Jones, deep shot, dangerous pass picked off. It's Jesse Bates. And finally, the whistle blows with 8 seconds left. So had they called a timeout, they may have had an opportunity to score, or at least... They got second and short. That means it's Taylor time, and he's got the first down, and he busts away from the pack for plenty more. Jonathan Taylor, big run. There he goes, and Indianapolis takes the lead. 83 yards, the longest run of his career.
Going down, he's going nowhere. And once again, the patience. Just get up there, hug the offensive line, keep the legs moving, and then you see the breakout explosive speed. A little bit of a stiff arm there on A.J. Terrell, and he's taking it to distance and gives the Colts the lead once again.
Now they'll go for 2 to try to make it a 7-point lead. And how appropriate was Christina Pink's report about Robinson and Taylor, the respect they have, wanting to make a play. Now 7 back in coverage. Jones wanted to throw downfield, doesn't have it, now has to use the legs. And there goes Jones, no timeouts, he steps out of bounds near the 40 to set up 4th down and makeable. From 44 to tie the game for the Colts, and Badgley delivers, and we're level, the equalizer with 25 seconds left. Best day by a running back this season in the NFL. And he breaks through down inside the 15-yard line. Over 220 yards for Jonathan Taylor. 180! Right back to Taylor with Warren blocking. Touchdown Taylor! An appropriate finish in Berlin, Germany. It's Taylor's game, and the Colts win in overtime.
Chiefs defense against Indianapolis. 3rd and 4. Again, pressure, and it's picked. Because of the blitz, they pick it off with Watson. He gets away from Ferguson and tumbles at the 40. Pickup of 10. Now over to Rice on the run with a blocker in front. Wiley in front, and Rice is free to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. 3rd and 10. Going to the end zone, and he's there. It's Lamb who converts for the 3rd time on 3rd down on this drive, and it's a touchdown for Dallas. Dangerous down here. Mahomes looking in the end zone, and he goes to Kelsey for the touchdown. For Lamb, who sits out this play, 2nd and 1. They've got the first, and look out. Here goes Davis. Malik Davis to the end zone, and the Cowboys take the lead. When he needs it. Here's Mahomes rolling in trouble. Now throws, and is pulled down for the catch. The touchdown by Rice.
Nobody's helping over the top over here.
3rd and 8. Here comes the blitz. Yeah, you saw it, Tony. There's Pickens, who pirouettes around the defender and takes off past Edwards. Oh my gosh! What a leap that was! That was insane. Okay, here,
I'm going for it.
3rd and goal. Can they convert here? Prescott looking around in trouble. He flips it to Williams for the touchdown at the last moment. Javonte was open and waiting for it.
Last week, we saw
get a 7-point lead. Prescott, 2nd and 3rd options. He's looking, has to release it, and it's caught. It's Pickens who got him most of the way there.
I want you to watch. This is all out pressure, man to man. No one's around for the Cowboys except this guy running right here for no reason other than you just practice that way over and over again. This ball is out. It's going to go to the Chiefs. They got 4 defenders around it. But the way this kid practices, you're.
3rd and 6. Quinnen Williams tripped him up, but he's still going and heaving it down the field. Wide open is Worthy. Unbelievable play by Mahomes. Quinnen downs already. Mahomes going to the end zone. Back of the end zone. Caught. Tiptoe. Touchdown. Wow. Hollywood Brown.
Makes the play in a 3rd and long for Love. Stands in, zips it, and it's intercepted. Another turnover. C.J. Gardner-Johnson has it. Looking for blocks, and he's inside the 40. What a start for Blitz coming. Love has time. Floats one. Watson down there. Touchdown, Packers. Checks in at wide receiver. He's missed the last 3 games. A speedy rookie. Love loading up. Going deep. Down the field. Has a man. It's caught. Touchdown. Bo Melton and the Pack. Play fake. Williams looking, throwing. It is caught. Touchdown. Oh, Olamide Zaccheaus.
The idea of getting Caleb outside of the pocket. He's been so dangerous all day. Drops it down barely through the arms of Nixon in coverage and finds Zaccheaus. What a catch. What a great camera angle. Sidearm delivery.
Anungai at the gun, and he is in! What a run! Going in backwards from Anungai for 2, and the Bears are right back in it. The line for 1. Love on a play fake. Quick throw. Watson with the speed. Uh-oh! Christian Watson in a foot race, and he's going to win it. Touchdown, Green Bay! Third and goal. Theo Bennett in alignment in motion. He gets cut. Williams floats it the other way. It's caught for a touchdown. Colston Loveland. 3rd and 1, Green Bay. Get to the outside. Jacobs. Can he get there? Swift denies it. He breaks through. Josh Jacobs taken down by the 5 by Bayer. 3rd and goal. It is Jacobs plowing up the middle. Josh Jacobs is in. Touchdown, Packers. On the fake. Williams looking, throwing. It is intercepted. Keyshawn Nixon and the Packers will win it.
See, they're already on the ball with some tempo, try to catch Eagles off guard.
Purdy has Robinson deep and wide open for first down, and he breaks through. Foot race now, cuts back, and again, and still on his feet all the way down to the 50. Second and goal, couple of fakes, Purdy quick throw, caught in the end zone, touchdown. Robinson again, and the 49ers strike first. They give it to Goddard on the sweep. Dallas Goddard's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Hurts on the keeper. Rolling, throwing, caught for the touchdown. Guess who? Dallas. Well, A.J. Brown, a couple opportunities deep and couldn't make it happen. And now on the sideline with Nick Sirianni going at it a little bit. I think Dom says, hey, take it easy. We're good. We're good. Nothing to see here.
And we got this.
You get the idea. Purdy to throw. Pressure in his face. Oh, intercepted! It is picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. trickery. Back to Juwan Jennings, who's thrown it before. Going deep, McCaffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, 49ers.
To approach the running back, or excuse me, Jennings. And then who else? Christian McCaffrey.
Floats one deep. It is intercepted. It's Quinyon Mitchell, number 2. Up and running is Mitchell. And now 3rd and goal. Purdy, pressure, steps up. Oh, touchdown, San Francisco. It's McCaffrey. 35, blitz, picked up, Hurts, A.J. Brown drops it! Oh my goodness!
Right in his hands, a strike by Jalen Hurts. Perfect throw, and A.J. Brown comes down with this 99 out of 100. But again, he just hasn't touched the ball that much. The rhythm's a little bit off. But you just...
3rd and 11. Hurts zips it over the middle, tipped and incomplete. Could have been picked. Smith had his hands on it, and now it's 4th down, essentially the season for the Eagles.
Unbelievable. A little pressure kind of forces that high throw. Smith definitely has a chance to get both hands on it. So that point of that ball is up, and it's trying to pierce through the wind. 6 inches, that's probably a catch.
They back out of it. Hurts needs 11. Over the middle. Tip. Incomplete. San Francisco takes over. Looking to take away the upset. And it's Eric Kendricks, who's been here a month, who makes the biggest play of the night.
What a game.
Wow.
And come on the road. I thought that would take a big emotional toll, but you absolutely saw none of that from this Niners team. They came in here from the opening drive with so much belief that they can go on the road and win. What a gratifying win, especially how it ended for him a few years ago here in a comeback in the same place. So satisfying for Kyle Shanahan.
Good job.
Davis is in there, but he's in there now, actually.
Fake it to him. Prescott thinks about a deep one. Pickens goes up and snags it.
It's a very good pass concept scheme. The stretch pass gives him a firm pocket where Dak can really drive the football. Not for the home team.
Cowboys looking to get back in it. See what they got. Prescott, pressure right in his face. Steps away, pointing, throwing. Good play. Turpin makes the catch. Oh, and a good move. Kavontae Turpin. Look at the speed. Turpin all the way inside the 25. Prescott, look at end zone, throwing. Ferguson up and get it. Down to the 1. It's 1st and goal with 38 seconds in this first half. Prescott looking to throw, corner, touchdown, Pickens.
What he had to do to try to generate pressure. Much more back to just keeping these front 4 rushing the passer. You know, DeJean's, I think he's coming.
Prescott rifles one over the middle and it's caught. Pickens again on a beauty.
Just a kind of a big window. There's DeJean coming on the left side. Ends up kind of be a match coverage. Look at all that space you have to throw the ball into.
Eagles show blitz, movement. I don't see a flag. 3rd down. Prescott got to launch it, going deep. CeeDee Lamb makes the catch. Multiple flags too. So let's see what the call is.
That safety's hanging on the left side of the field. Dak just cocks it back, and a nice high arcing throw that allows his receiver to adjust the ball.
Eagles, not a highly penalized team, but they've got 10 today, most on the year. 1st and goal, Dallas. Prescott rolling, looking, throwing, caught, touchdown.
Brevin Spanford, it's really designed for the running back, Williams, but he runs into Nolan Smith. Spanford in the back of the end zone, kind of stumbling his way across the end zone. Runs over Makuba.
This from 56. Elliott gets into it. It is no good.
He pushed it right, and it stays a one-score game.
Prescott has some time, loading up, going deep, Pickens. He's got it! Oh, come on!
Catch the high 7 again, in and back to the corner. Dak knows when he's down there one-on-one and DeJean's got his back to the ball, just throw it as high and as far as you can. Brown's trying to come over to help, but he's late and Pick goes.
Prescott thinking about running. Is he going to get there? Gets a block. Prescott flies in. Touchdown.
Little four-man concept to the right side. The entire coverage goes that way. Dak's coming out, and then Ferguson does a great job getting in the way.
Hurts. Can't find it. He flips to Barkley. Nice little play. Barkley lost the ball. It's loose. Cowboys recover. Sam Williams knocked it out, and Kenneth Murray back inside his 5. He catches it at the 1. He gets a good block. And Gibson out across. He fumbles it. It's loose. Cowboys recovered it. Trent. Cowboys rush 4. Hurts. In trouble. Sacked. Oso Diggy-Zula for a big loss. 3rd and 2. Prescott over the middle. Caught by Ferguson. First down in the Eagles territory with Aubrey. They're already in field goal range. Blitz coming. Prescott over the middle. It is caught inside George Pickens again. And he's down to the 21.
Wow. His best route, a slant route, going on Quinyon Mitchell, gets bumped into, and then Pickens does the rest. Good decisive throw by Dak, cuts it loose on the blitz. He knows he doesn't have a lot of time, and that is the kind of field.
Aubrey up, and he's got it! The Cowboys win, and maybe Nealon looking down from above.